Hello everyone. So in this video, I will discuss with you some of the very common errors you may incur when working with investment and portfolio management problem. Okay, if you check all of those issues listed here, most likely you will catch your error. So first of all, always before doing anything, you have to check the timeline order, the price, okay, before you can calculate return, because return equal to price today divided by yesterday minus 1, or price this week divided by last week minus 1, things like that, right? So if the timeline order is wrong, everything else is wrong. Okay, the second is beta calculation. Now, regression is so simple. You just click here, click there a little bit, right? However, the most common mistake is you calculate beta on something else, but return. So remember that when you calculate beta, you have to use return, okay? And also, the next one is beta calculation need to be based on the whole data available, not the time windows of your investment. For example, you invest like 1 day or 5 minutes, or like high frequency like a 20 second, things like that, or less than a second. Clearly, beta cannot be calculated based on that short windows. I mean, it doesn't make sense, right? So therefore, when you calculate beta, it must be based on the whole data provided, okay? Now, when it comes to portfolio management problem, there could be many places where you make error, but there are some easy way to check it. So first of all, you need to make sure that all of your investments sum up equal to the amount of the money you have, okay? Because sometimes when you just type in the total capital, so when the individual amount invested in a given security change, it does, the total amount doesn't change. I will show you later on. And also you need to make sure that the sum of all weights equal to 1 or 100%. Okay. And next, when solver give you an error notice, most likely your cells do not have formula. And finally, remember to run solver a few times. So if we are working with you and other students, I mean from previous semester, here is some of the example I want to show you. So first of all, now in this table over here, okay, one of our friends, I mean maybe I don't know which year is that, okay? So the word over here, return, should turn into percent. So keep that kind of practice. Keep that in mind, they are percent. And more importantly, you should put, so let's look at the formula. Click in here. So nothing C2, nothing C3 minus 1, things like that. What does this mean? It means you take data from the seed here called nothing and calculate return. Now, nothing wrong with that, but it is not the best way. You always want to put return and price together so you can easily check, okay? And also, over here, it used to be, it should have a date column, right? So somehow, some way it's gone. So it is very messy. It is very difficult to keep track of your data, right? Okay, this is one thing. So keep everything in one sheet for return and price, okay? Second, because when you calculate return, you need to make sure that return is based on price, okay? So for example, over here, when in this work return is calculated, right? So here's B2 over B60, okay, that one I can see. So B2, here B2 over B60, I mean based on the time window, it could be correct, okay? However, guess what? It seems to be correct, but over here the series is a return, not price. So therefore, the formula, even though correct, but it applies to wrong series. You know what I mean? Yep. You should calculate return based on price. That's it. Okay. What else? Let me see something. And then, yep, when you run the regression, okay, for say GE, for example, you have, regardless of your investment windows, you have to run regression based on the whole data you are provided. Okay, so here GE from the beginning to the end, assuming that clearly the data calculated is correct. Okay, so here, and check the label and hit OK. Yep. So you have to use the whole data table. Okay. Now to the next topic. So let's look at an example. So here's an example. I give you the investment, right? 253 is all 1 million. Okay. So the weight here you calculated correctly. We can calculate it, right? So return for individual stock, I just put it, 33, 44, 55, 77, 88, I just make it up, right? So beta, I also make it up. Now, when we calculate return of the portfolio, yes, we can use, over here, we can use what? Sum product, right? Oops. Sum product of weight and individual total return. So here we go, 51.70. So we have a formula underneath it. So let's assume that I want portfolio return equal to say 75%. Okay. What can I do? Now when I run the 75, of course, we know, it is quite straightforward. I assume that you know how to do it, okay? So the objective for us is portfolio return equal to value of 75%, right? Is our target. And clearly, what you need to change? We change the dollar investment. And we add a constraint that, okay, my total capital is $1 million. That's it. No more, no less. 1 million. And now, let's hit OK and run. Seems to be correct now. Okay? So, okay, 75, look good. 75, look good. Yep. And then, when you enter your work in Sakai, or you look at, compare with my work, and suddenly you figure out that no, the answer is wrong. Okay? Why? So 75 here is correct. However, something in middle, something is not correct. So how can you check? Now look at that. You see? You see? The sum right here doesn't look like it equal to $1 million. Let's check. Equal to sum. Oops, it's not equal to 1 million. Okay, and another way you can do is you can sum the weight. It's supposed to be 100%, but oopsie, it is not 100%. 135. No. So now you know there is something wrong with this line. So let's look at total. Oops. You see the total line here, I type it in. Okay, I didn't put a formula underneath it, and that is why Excel cannot handle it. So what you do is very simple. Now put a sum here. Oops. Okay, so the sum here, that is when you put a sum, okay, the weight is 100%. So now clearly you have to run the solver again. Basically, you don't need to do anything else. All parameter here is correct, so just solve. Yep, so now you see 75%, good. The total here is $1 million, good. Weight is 100%, good, right? So that will, even me, when I make a mistake, I have to go step by step to check it. There is no other way. We have to looking for the error. And yes, it is painful. So let's see anything else. Okay. Finally, for solver, it is always better that you run it twice or 3 times to make sure that Excel can optimize the problem. Okay, that's it. So I hope it helped. Thank you. Bye bye.